There she is.
Hey everybody, it's Mr. Greg. Thank you so much for joining us. I am so excited to be on tonight with my twins, with my amazing, talented friend, LeAnna. LeAnna, how are you?
I'm so good. Thank you so much. Can everyone hear me okay?
You're good. We can hear you. We can see you.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I've been looking forward to this all week. It's like the highlight of our week. My kids have been talking about it. I've been talking about it. I've loved watching what's going on with Josie and Michael. It's been awesome. I hope you're having just as much fun.
Well, we're having a blast, and I know that tonight's live is going to be so much fun because we had the best time when we did the live last year. And I know we have a game we're going to play. I've got my stuff. Awesome. So I want to go ahead and tell everybody we're giving away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual tonight. All you have to do to enter is hit the share button and get in the comments. The more you share, the more you comment, the more chances you have to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. And listen, you want to invite your friends to be here. You want to get in the comments because if you have ever heard LeAnna present, or if you've seen her on a Facebook Live, you know she has the best ideas and in like infinite number of ideas. Like LeAnna can give you ideas for days. And that's what we love about her. She is one of the sweetest people we know and just full of ideas, and we're just so grateful that you're a part of Elevate Virtual and Elevate in person, a part of the Elevate family. So introduce yourself to everyone.
Thank you so much. Well, I am super pumped and excited about Elevate Virtual and Elevate in person this summer. It's something I know we're all looking forward to, and all of the presenters are working so hard, just putting together the most amazing sessions just to pump up the teachers and get them engaged and excited for a new year ahead. And thank you so much for introducing me. Some of you might follow me on Instagram. I'm Wolkis-Wonderland, but I live in Arizona and I teach in the Paradise Valley School District. I teach kindergarten, and this is my official 26th year in my district. I'm very fortunate because I was able to grow up in my district, and my mom taught in my district, and now I teach in the district that I grew up in. So I get to have a lot of my friends that I grew up with, their children. I get to have a lot of my teachers, their children and grandchildren in my classroom. So it is just days filled with just the most special moments. So it's the highlight of my days, spending the time with the little people, right? It's like you can plan for just as much anything in your day, and you have no idea what's in store or what might happen or what little twist or turn your day might have planned for you. But the little ones just give us so much joy, and they're what is bringing us so much happiness. And I'm so excited because at the Elevate Virtual Conference, I'm sharing a session all about leveling up the learning, and we're using all kinds of classroom games that engage and educate while they're just sharing all kinds of things with kids. So while you join us for that session, you'll see games that incorporate literacy, games that incorporate math, games that are all hands-on. So everything is very interactive with the kids. And I love to teach the kids how to play the games. And sometimes I even like to ask them how they might play the game. So I don't tell them the directions. I might just introduce the materials and let them share how they think they might play it. Today, we were introducing a new game. They set up all the carrots in a little bowl, and there's one space that's empty. And so it's like a solitaire game. And so they have to hop the carrot over another carrot to an empty space. And it was so interesting watching my thinkers and the ones that just planned out such a great method in getting all the carrots to one side, so they would end up with just one lonely carrot by itself. And then my other friends who had carrots kind of scattered all over the place. So that One thing I love about the games, not just planning them or preparing them, but I just love soaking up all of the knowledge that I gain from watching the little ones play those games, interact with one another, have those little communication conversations. That's pretty much the best part for me. And then just seeing how they light up when they walk in the room and they see the games out on the table or out in a station, or they might see you putting together something. I just feel like they really do appreciate all the hard work that goes into it. Not only do they learn so much from the games, and not only does it help us cover the standards and make sure that they're meeting those skills, and there's so many assessments that we can take on them, but we're also building such great relationships and teaching them how to communicate together and how to engage with the materials, right? And something I love to keep with me is just a little spiral notebook, and I call it my group meeting book. And I can take notes as I'm watching the kids, things to celebrate and showcase. I'll even take little pictures and share them on Seesaw, or put them into our yearbook, or save them for the end of the year slideshow. But my kids love to be caught in a Kodak moment. So what's happening in our classroom? Everyone wants to be amazing. Everyone wants to showcase that awesome talent or skill that they shared, or that they're following the rules, right? Everyone loves to be celebrated, that kind of thing. So I hope you notice that with the little videos that we share this at Elevate too.
And there are a couple of things I want to talk about, but I already love this idea of the little notebook and sending the pictures. And, I try to send pictures every day. We're blessed. Adeline's teacher sends us pictures and videos every day. And we know how much of an impact that makes on families. Like, they want to see what the kids are doing. So I love that. But I do love that notebook idea. Mm-hmm. And I like that you're writing down, you're noticing things to celebrate and things to share, because we do take in so much and we see so much. I love the notebook idea. And it just so happens, I'm looking behind me to see if there's one. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
We have these really pretty notebooks. Mm-hmm. But I do love that idea. But also, I want to go ahead and remind everybody that we are giving away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. All you have to do to enter is hit that share button, invite your friends to join, and get in the comments. The more you share, the more you comment, the more chances you have to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. Lots of great comments. But the other thing, when you introduced yourself, you mentioned this, and I think it's such a unique experience that you went to school in your district, your mom taught in your district, and you now teach in the district. Like, that is such a cool experience. And I know there's always a lot of talk about, like, oh, I teach in my neighborhood school and it's hard because, the kids know where I live. We go to the same places, blah, blah, blah. And I get that. Like, it's definitely a challenge, but I think it's such a cool experience that you have such a connection to the community. Like, how cool is that?
Thank you. It's really nice. And while teaching in my district, I've actually been at 2 completely different schools. So I was very fortunate to be able to open both of the schools that I teach at. So I was able to open up Sunset Canyon, and I was able to open up Fireside. And both of them, one of them I was at for 15 years. This one I've been at for 13. But it's really exciting being a part of the cadre, coming up with the positive behavior intervention supports that you're going to use, maybe coming up with a positive behavior support system. Like, we're the Spark School, so we try to be safe, positive, appropriate, responsible, and kind. Just laying out the programs, helping design the building, all of those kinds of things have been really fun to be a part of. And just being a part of the different communities and seeing what they need, what the children show you that they have access to and what they don't have access to, and what they really hang on to and want to be a part of, and what the parents are really involved in. And then just thinking of ways to really draw those parents in and get them involved. One of the activities that I share in our session together is a family take-home activity. And I know a lot of teachers at their schools, we don't have this at our school, which I would love to have it, like a family community night. We do have like a curriculum night. We have open house. We have a meet the teacher. For our January conferences, we do have a student-led conference, which I love. So anybody who's nervous or worried about letting their little ones lead a conference. It's amazing. Reach out to me. Greg's shaking his head. He looks like he has tips as well to share about that. But it's like next level watching the kids interact with their families, lead them through the classroom, and you'll see a lot of the games that I show you. That's what the kids are playing, and they're teaching their parents, and their parents are playing along with them. And it's really neat for the parents to see them in that element. But one of the games I show you is something that we make at parent-teacher conferences in October when I just meet with the parents. It's a little popsicle stick game, and the parents can make it and play it at home. They can send it on their way to the grandparents' house when the kids go to visit them over the weekend, or if the parents are out of town. And so it's a nice way to have something educational travel with the kids. The kids know how to play it. Now the parents know how to play the game. You can make it with them. And the children, they take so much ownership when they make something themselves. So I really encourage you to let the kids make a lot of the games. This is one of the games that I show you how to play. It's called Mix It, Fix It. And a lot of the games that we love are pair up partner games. So games that kids can play in partners. But I will encourage you to create some triangle teams, because one thing I have found this year is I have a lot of partners where one of the friends is there, but the other partner is not. So to create those triangle teams, most likely, knock on wood, you always have at least 2 kids there. Now, yesterday, I actually had 2 kids absent. One friend was still there, and she was like, what do I do? I said, Ellie, you're going to play with your invisible partner. And then it showed her how she's going to roll the die first, then her invisible partner's going to roll the die. And just like having that imagination and saying, Ellie, is your invisible partner going to be, what is he going to be, or she? And is this friend going to be 5? Is this friend going to be 10?
I love it.
Is this friend going to be someone's brother or sister or your cousin? That kind of thing. So just allowing them to have a little fun with that. And I did look over at her and watch her, and she was having a lot of fun. She sat in another chair and played that role, and then sat in hers. But
well, then all the other kids are going to want to play like that too. They're all going to be like, well, I want to play with my invisible friend. I love that idea. How cute is that?
Yeah, so that's so much fun. And like, look, when they make their own games, did this friend cut it perfectly? Absolutely not. This game, they were given a piece of paper. It has dots in a subitizing array, and then it has numbers on the other side for number recognition. And what the kids do is they play with a partner. So Greg and I would play together, and I would lay out the pieces and I would mix them up for him, and his eyes would be closed, or he would turn around in his seat and not look. And then I would tell him, mix and fix. And then Greg knows to turn around. And what he does is he moves the pieces around, and he's trying to get them in order from the smallest to the biggest. And then you, as the friend who mixed up all the pieces, you're encouraging them. You're coaching them on. You're celebrating. You're so close. Move the third one around, that kind of thing. And then when they're finished, they get to celebrate with a high five or like a spiral handshake. They love those kinds of things. Even telling their friend, I will walk over when I'm walking around the room and I'll say, I might say, Zoe, tell Levi one really good thing he did while playing this game. And she might say, you are great at mixing them up. That was tricky and that was hard. And so just little things like that to get them, encouraging one another. And now I have this game. We made this game 3 years ago, and I have this game every year. I can pull it out and play with my kids, mix it, fix it. And so this was with numbers and dots on a 10 frame or a 5 row.
Well, and it's such a simple game, right? And like, I love that you're encouraging them to talk and communicate and celebrate each other, like, and cheer each other on, because that's such an important part of this. Is they're learning those life skills of how to play games, how to win, how to lose, how to support their friend. I love all of that. Listen, y'all, we're halfway through the live and we've already got some great ideas from LeAnna. So imagine how many amazing ideas you'll get from LeAnna at Elevate Virtual. If you haven't yet registered, register now. You can use the links in the comments and the description and use the code LeAnna, and that will save you an extra 25% off, which means you'll be able to register for $60 instead of $80. And here's the thing, the price does go up to $100 on May 1st. So you need to get registered now. At Elevate Virtual, what are you going to get? Basically $2 a session. That's what you're going to get. 36 sessions, including 4 keynotes, 90 days on-demand virtual access from June 1st through August 31st. You're going to get a certificate of contact for 36 hours. You're going to get hundreds and hundreds of dollars of resources to download and use in your classroom. You're going to have access on our Elevate app, so you can literally access the content anytime, anywhere. And we're giving away $10,000 in prizes. So if you haven't yet registered, click the links, use the code LeAnna to save an extra 25% off and get registered. And hey, guess what? Somebody here in a little bit is going to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. So if you want to win a free ticket, get entered, hit the share button, get in the comments. The more you share, the more you comment, the more chances you have to win a free ticket from Elevate Virtual. People are loving the ideas. Julie's talking about how many language opportunities these games and ideas have. And listen, if you haven't caught on yet, like, LeAnna is just a fountain of knowledge and ideas. So literally imagine what we're going to get from her session at Elevate Virtual. If we've already gotten this much from her, imagine what you're going to walk away with at her session. So get registered. Don't miss out. It's going to be amazing. Yes, Julie, the app, seriously, the app is phenomenal because you literally can watch anytime, anywhere. So get registered, and then all summer long, you can hang out with Elevate at Elevate Virtual.
Absolutely.
All right, LeAnna, I know you have a game you want us to play. So this is the part of these lives that stress me out. Because presenters come on and they're like, "Ooh, we're going to play a game, or we're going to do scenarios, or we're going to do all kinds of things." And then I never know what I'm getting myself into. So if you haven't yet invited your friends to join, now's a good time, because you never know what kind of shenanigans we're about to get into. So hit that share button, invite your friends, because we're about to play a game and see how bad Mr. Greg does. So here we go.
Okay, you're going to be amazing. So this is a super fun and engaging game. It has a lot of math components that you can add to it. All you need is a little basket of cubes or blocks. I told Mr. Greg he could use Legos. He could use any type of building towers. Awesome. Cubes, Unifix cubes. Amazing. And the object of the game is you just take a die, you roll your die, and you build a tower with that many cubes. So let's start there, Mr. Greg. So roll your die, and then if you could build a tower with that many cubes.
Okay.
Okay. And then awesome. So this is pretty neat because right away I can see Mr. Greg, he's stacking his cubes. How are you stacking them? So this is another language.
Stack them on top of each other.
Stack them on top of each other. And how many do you have?
5.
5. That's awesome. I also rolled a 5, and I'm using blocks. And I chose to build this little configuration. Could be a house, could be a clubhouse. Now, the next thing that we can do is compare. He looks like he stacked. I built them. We could talk about our materials that we used. In the session, I share with you a little book drawing, block building station page that you can make with your students. So after Greg and I are finished building this, we can draw a picture of it. We can write our math thinking. So we can draw 5 dots on a die. We can write the number 5. Right away, Mr. Greg and I can see something else. What can we see about his stacking and my building?
Well, mine is taller.
Yours is taller.
But I also am noticing some of the same colors.
Some of the same colors. What color do you notice?
I notice we both have red, orange, yellow, and blue.
Wonderful. And I'm noticing something. I see you have 2 oranges and I have 1. I have 1 red and you have 1 red. So we have the same with our reds. We can also have some other math vocabulary talk. I can say we have equal amounts. So Mr. Greg and I have equal amounts of cubes and blocks used in our picture. So if I had rolled a 6, I could say I have more than Mr. Greg. And then you could say, how many more do you have than me? I could say 1. Then you could I could say, try it. Try to build your tower with a group of 6. So can you see all the different language that's going on? Then we could take it down and we could try with 2 dice. have them adding the 2 dice. Now, when I do that, I would always have the kids pick the bigger amount first and then the smaller amount. So they're counting on. So they might put the 3 before the 2, and I'll say 3, 4, 5. And so we're counting the pips on the die or dominoes, whatever you choose to use. So that way they're doing addition. You could also have one friend that's building the tower, the next friend rolls, and that's how many you subtract. So can you see how this game like never ends? It can just continue building and growing.
Well, and you can start so basic with just building and counting, and then you can keep playing the game, but adding more like complicated, higher order math thinking, the vocabulary. All right, I have a couple of aha moments already.
Yeah.
The counting on, the dice, putting the bigger amount first. I had never thought of doing that. And counting on is something that we work on basically all year. It actually shows up on our benchmark assessment, which is coming up. So that was a huge aha moment for me just now. Like, oh, like, yes, like when we roll dice, I never thought to put the bigger amount first so they can practice counting on. I love that.
Yeah.
The other aha moment, like you said, was the vocabulary. How important it is to use the math talk. And I think that's huge. And I put this comment up on the screen. I don't know if you can see it, but Lisa says, love this activity. My preschoolers would love this. So it works for any grade.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says, putting this in my lesson plans for next week.
Aww.
And right there, that's it. That is Elevate, right? You put it in your lesson plan.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some great lesson plan books for you, some planners. But listen, that is what Elevate is about. Y'all, literally, you just got an idea that you could look. Lisa's doing it next week, but you could do this tomorrow. And that is what Elevate is about. It's about real classroom proven ideas with materials that we already have that anybody can do immediately. And so if you want easy, real, research-based ideas that anybody can do, Elevate is for you. And if you're, look at that. You guys, people are like, ooh, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Guess what? You're going to get an hour full of ideas from LeAnna at Elevate Virtual. So click the links to get registered. Use the code LeAnna to save an extra 25% off. And that means you'll be registered for $60 instead of $80. If you haven't registered for Elevate Virtual, do it now because the price does go up on May 1st. And here in about 10 minutes, we're giving away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. All you have to do to enter tonight's giveaway is hit that share button and invite your friends to join and get in the comments. The more you hit that share button, the more you comment, the more chances you have to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. Lots of people talking about how many math skills are engaged, open-ended questions. So anybody have any questions for LeAnna about games? Because LeAnna is the queen of classroom games. So if you have any questions, drop those in the comments.
Yeah, while you're reading the comments, something I love to do in my Berto & Co. planner by Kindergarten Smorgasbord is when I think of a game or I learn about a new game, I'll write it on a sticky note and I'll put it in my notes section of my lesson plan book so I can remember it for the next year. I'll also, because I love color with purpose, all of my purple sticky notes are something I need to introduce. So if I need to introduce a spinner or introduce the winning die, which tune in so you can learn what the winning die is, then that helps remind me. And this is something I'm going to do in August. And the games I'm going to introduce are Roll to 6 and My Turn, Your Turn. And I know a lot of people notice the math spin on some of the games, but what about doing a literacy game? I know a lot of us use Heggerty and really great reading. These are from the kitchen section. Which
wait, are those carrots on the handles?
They are.
Oh my God, those are adorable.
So thank you. But if you know me, you know that the kitchen is not my favorite place to hang out.
Same.
So these kind of tools that I find and Mr. Greg finds, I love to use in the classroom. So we're all working on segmenting and syllables and rhyming words. And so we're using the carrot whisks for syllables and playing that game. We're already playing it in our Heggerty book. So now if we're doing like the word butterfly, we'll do butterfly, or the word cookie, cookie, corn, corn. Another fun element is to do this to their seats. So this is not only a game, but it's a fun transition activity. Have everyone line up behind you, and you are doing the clapping of the syllables, and they're marching along behind you. As they get to their seat, you drop them off, let them sit, and then you keep going until all of the kids are sitting down. And
Well,
then
and I'm thinking of with the whisk, even if you can't find the cute carrot whisks, where did you find those? Everybody's going to want to know.
Hobby Lobby.
Okay, there we go. Even if you can't find the cute carrot whisks, but if you have whisks, like I'm thinking you throw some letter tiles or magnetic letters in a bowl, the kids can, mix it and then pull out 3 letters and see if they can make a word, either a real word or a nonsense word. So that's the great thing about what LeAnna is talking about is like you buy the whisk and you can use it for everything, right? You could use it for addition, right? Syllables, same thing. Like once you teach the kids the basics of some of these games and how to use some of these materials, the possibilities are endless. There was a couple of questions, so I want to get your answer on this. What is your kids' favorite game to play right now?
Their favorite game to play right now would probably be, so right now we're doing, because we're in the month of April, we're doing some egg matching games. So I have a big basket of eggs. They have to look at a card and they have to match the top and the bottom. So it might be pink and blue, and then set that down. Then they get to draw a picture of it. I know Mr. Greg is very big on this, but having some kind of a recording document. So after they have the fun, they play, they get to practice that skill, they get to record that learning and document that evidence of all the fun that they had. You can use that for an assessment or just put it in their portfolio, but it holds them accountable. And then you can keep track of that amazing learning they're doing. But then we take it a step further, and I just reached out to families and asked for egg cartons. And those are a great tool for 10 frames. And what the kids are doing is they have to look at a pattern sequence. So they're looking at an egg pattern sequence. And so they might have to build the eggs together and then put them pink, blue, yellow, pink, blue, yellow, that kind of thing. So we're having a lot of fun with the eggs. Another one is just dropping in 2 different styles of the mini erasers, and they have to sort them on a 5 frame or a 10 frame, talk about which one is greater than or less than, and then they add them together and write the number. They can record that, on a 10 frame document as well. And then even with the carrots, I put in little Scrabble tiles, and the kids have to unscramble the letters and then build the word. So lots of little literacy and math activities with the eggs. And then even just singing a song where they walk around the circle, and when the music stops, they have to pick up an egg, crack it open, and everyone either has a number or a letter or a high frequency word or a heart word, or maybe they have a number and they need to tell you the number after or the number before.
Because that's another thing that's showing up on our benchmark is what comes what comes before, what comes after, what's one more, one less. I like that idea. Yeah. Okay, there are a couple of ideas in the comments. I want to highlight these. And I want Tina to comment and give us some more details on this, because I'm very curious about this. Tina says, I like using paper towels for the syllable games. So Tina, comment, give us a little bit more detail on that, because I'm very curious. And somebody, and I can't find the comment. Oh, here we go. Julie said, my favorite is soup bowls, metal spoons, and magnet letters. Then they say the letter that sticks to the spoon. Great idea. You can do letter recognition, numbers, sounds. But my mind, I'm looking around to see if I have it handy. My mind immediately went to, I don't know if y'all know this, and LeAnna probably does because she's just that good, but you can buy printable magnetic paper. And so, like, I'm thinking, like, you could print little CVC word pictures, right? And do a CVC soup. And same idea, right? You mix it, and then the kids pull it out. Whatever picture they pull out, they could segment the sounds. They could write the word. Or you could do words, and then the kids could read the words. I love that. I love
that too. Yeah. And what about any little manipulatives that you normally use in your math center, but changing them up for seasons or weather or holidays? These are just those mini stackables that stack on top, but I glued mini erasers on them. So you can play different games, and someone can be the butterfly or the shark. And it just makes a fun little way for them to add a little embellishment of novelty to your game pieces. Or what about using a black clip? And I don't have a picture handy here. I'll use Mr. Russell.
Oh, Mr. Russell.
For this. So we play with Mr. Russell, and Mr. Russell goes. This is his football picture. I hope you.
I love that the picture you have of him is from when he played football.
I love this one. So all the kids have their picture, and they put their picture on here, and then I play the game, and Mr. Greg plays the game, and I have my picture, and Mr. Greg has his picture. Just fun little ways to play the game.
Oh my gosh! Okay, listen, 2 more, y'all. Get registered, because listen, I'm over here, like, I talk to LeAnna all the time. We're super good friends, and like, I'm over here like getting all these aha moments. Y'all click that link, get registered, because you don't want to miss out on any of these ideas.
Thank you.
Okay, gluing the mini erasers on. Did you use hot glue?
Hot glue or E6000.
Oh, the E6000, right? Yep. Okay. Oh my gosh, listen, I have more mini erasers than any human should have, and I'm always trying to figure out how to use them. Yeah. I love this idea. Just like gluing them onto, like, also we all have like a billion of these, Unifix cubes or snap cubes.
Or a clothespin.
Or a clothespin, right? Like, what a great idea. Because now you've got these fun manipulatives. Yeah. Oh my God, I love that. Like, such a great idea. And then I don't know, Molly. You can ask Jason. I'm pretty sure I have you beat. Okay, so now I'm going to have to make a video of the collection, because it's a little bit out of control. Because every time back in the day when Target used to be like really good about the mini erasers, like as soon as somebody would post them on social media, I would send Jason. I'd be like, babe, you have to go to Target today and get them. And so he was always going to Target trying to find all the mini erasers for me, and he always did really good at. He was good at it.
They're perfect and a great way to make the game the same counters, but in October you use pumpkins or bats or
spring. And it just like you said, the novelty. Like it brings the novelty to the Unifix cubes. And like, even like you could build a tower of sharks, right? Or you can use them on tin frames, and now you've got these cute little.
Absolutely. And think of the math pictures they can draw after, not just cubes, but now it's like an ocean, and there's 5 sharks swimming in the ocean. Such a great way to do problems, like the story problems, which is tricky for the kinders to do. Can I share? A lot of people know that, not recently, but I used to love to dig in people's trash and go.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Okay. Hold on. I think we have talked about this, but I need details, because are we talking about like their classroom trash, or are you outside of people's houses dumpster diving?
Both.
Okay, there we go.
So real quick, if you have not started a little freebie section in your workroom, I highly suggest it. Just take a piece of paper, fold it over, write free, draw a little smiley face, and any little things that you don't want anymore, stick on the counter in the teacher workroom or in the lounge, wherever you eat. I guarantee your trash or something that you can't find a use for or don't use anymore will become someone else's treasure. And some friends that saw us last summer at Elevate were able to grab my trash to treasure letter. And it's just ways that I reach out to families and ask them to donate things that are just laying around in their house, something in their junk drawer, something that they are just ready to throw away that they can donate back to the classroom. One thing that I suggest, because after you watch our Elevate session this summer, one thing that I know you will love to have are mini cars. And I know a lot of families have children, and once you have kids in your class, they'll have older brothers and sisters that are finished playing with these things. So just some things that you might want for our game activities that I share are the little Hot Wheel cars. They do not have to be brand new. Any kind of a car with 4 wheels will be amazing for some of the games I share with you, and parents will be happy to donate all the junky cars that they have left over. Legos, like when Mr. Greg and I played the block building game, Legos are so much fun for that. Parents are always getting rid of old Legos. When the teachers are getting rid of things at the end of the year, look for the bulletin border. I show you a game that's amazing that you can play with bulletin border. And the more decorative the border, the better. You're going to be looking for the border that has little pictures on it. The pictures or the sections are really going to help you play this game that I teach you. It's called My Turn, Your Turn.
I'm laughing because Jason is in the comments and he says, "Oh, Greg, this is a good idea. Donate to other classrooms." Are you telling me I need to get rid of my stuff? Okay, but if I donate it, that just gives me more space to get more stuff.
I know, right? Yeah. And then what about the Mardi Gras necklaces? I'm going to show you some games that involve the necklaces. You can cut them into different sections for a lot of these games. You can also use them for segmenting sounds and words.
Y'all, listen to these ideas. Are you kidding me? These are amazing and simple. Y'all, you have to click that link and get registered. You don't want to miss out. Listen, even for $60, if you only watch LeAnna's session, you're going to get your money's worth. So click the link, get registered for Elevate Virtual. Use the code LeAnna to save 25%. That means you will get registered for $60, which works out to about $2 a session. You can't beat PD for $2 a session, especially when it's this good and this usable. How many amazing ideas did we get just in 37 minutes? Imagine what you'll get in an hour. Get registered. All right, I'm going to give you all about 2 minutes. If you haven't yet hit the share button or commented, now's your chance. If you want to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual, hit the share button now and comment, and that will get you entered. Okay, I have to go back to you in the trash.
Yes.
Listen, if y'all don't know LeAnna, go follow her on social media. She is a fashion icon.
Oh, thank you.
That's one of the things that we have in common is we love clothes, we love fashion, and so all I can picture in my mind is you and one of your amazing, and we're talking like iconic fashion, like not cute teacher t-shirts, which we all love, but like LeAnna is a fashion icon, and all I can picture is you in one of these amazing outfits. Dumpster diving, and Mr. Russ is in the Jeep just like waiting and like just shaking his head like I get here we are. And it probably doesn't even faze him anymore.
It doesn't, but he gets so excited because I call them jackpot moments. Like I have a friend that I used to go with, and she and I used to go so often, and we had so much fun that she actually opened up an antique store.
I
and
love
we
that.
would find things like, friends, look at this piece that I have right here. It's like a wrought iron piece. It's like a shelving unit, and I keep paper and ribbon in it. Friends, I found that on the side of the road. It was in the trash, and let me just tell you, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves. And what was wrong with it? It was covered in dirt because someone probably set it outside in their backyard. And in Arizona, things don't like being outside. And the shelves were wilted because they're wood. Guess what? The shelves pop right out. I went to Home Depot, and like Greg shares about the fun I have with outfits, I put on the best looking outfit. I went into Home Depot, and we put on our best teacher voice, and I asked if anyone would be able to cut me 5 pieces of wood this size. And like I teach kindergarten just right down the street. They cut it for me for free. I just had to buy the wood. And I was able to refurbish this entire piece. We sat outside with a hose and just kind of power washed it down. And I've given it a whole new life. The doors open up, and it's just a neat little antique piece. And those of you who love like anthropology and the way they set everything up, or just have fun at the antique stores and that kind of thing, love shabby chic, it's that kind of style. So we would wear like jeans or jean shorts, pull our hair back. We'd have gloves, and we would just go out early in the morning. And where we were going is when you get your gas bill in the mail or your water bill, it would say where the bulk trash is happening. And so we would follow the map of the bulk trash, and we would go hunting for treasures.
Okay.
Found lots of things.
All right, listen, next year at Elevate, you're doing a whole session, okay? This is your session for next year.
Yes, yeah. But teachers, we know, like some teachers have no use for things. And honestly, you're going to find so much joy in just putting out a couple things at the end of the year that you have no use for. and just putting a little free sign up. And teachers will love perusing through the things and taking things back to their classroom. They'll find motivational and educational uses for them, and it will make you feel good too. So a fun thing to do. And one other thing I'd love to encourage you, I don't know if your school allows your students to send in birthday like treat bags or birthday treats that are edible. We allow both, and we sometimes have families that will send in both. They'll send in the treat bag and they'll send in the food. Of course, if we have like a peanut allergy or an egg allergy, I'll let parents know that so that the snack is safe. And they do have to be store-bought, so nothing can be homemade, unfortunately. But anytime a treat bag comes into your classroom, I encourage you to save and look through the little treat bags, because friends, these are perfect to throw in a little partner basket, put on a shelf in your classroom. And when kids finish early, because they're always fast finishers in your classroom, they grab out a game. Like these were games my little friend Vihan brought. They're little keychains and they're tic-tac-toe games.
Love it.
And so you just could drop that in, another little tic-tac-toe game. And then anytime the cupcakes come in, I never really care to eat the cupcakes, but I'll always keep the rings. And the rings I let the kids put on their finger, and they have to follow the ring as they segment words or read words in their
Or just you collect them and they become manipulative. I love it. All right, y'all, listen. I'm going to say it again. Why are you not registered? Like, registered for LeAnna's session alone. Like, how many amazing ideas just did we get tonight? LeAnna, you're phenomenal.
Thank you.
Next time I come to Arizona, we're going dumpster diving.
Yes, and the fashion show. We'd love to
have a fashion show. Yes. All right. Yes. So listen, it is time for a giveaway. We're a little bit late, but that's okay because we've had an amazing time and so many great ideas. So we could talk all night, but it is time for a giveaway. So I'm going to ask Jesse to choose a winner. If you are the winner of tonight's free ticket to Elevate Virtual, all you need to do is send an email to crystal@elevateyourclassroom.com, and Crystal will get your ticket. Congratulations, Diane Mary. Diane Mary, congratulations. You have won a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. Diane, all you need to do is send an email to crystal@elevateyourclassroom.com, and she will take care of your ticket. Congratulations, Diane. If you haven't yet registered for Elevate Virtual, now is the time. LeAnna has blown our minds tonight with ideas. I have so many aha moments just from this live. So I am pumped for her Elevate Virtual session and to see you at Elevate in person. So listen, you need to register for Elevate Virtual and you need to register for Elevate in person so you can see LeAnna virtually and in person. And they're very separate events, completely separate events. So you need to do both. So we would love to see you. Click the links, get registered, use the code LeAnna to save 25%. That will get you registered for Elevate Virtual for $60. That gets you 90 days on-demand virtual access from June 1st through August 31st. 36 sessions, including 4 keynotes, hundreds and hundreds of dollars of free materials for your classroom, $10,000 in prizes to give away, a certificate of contact for 36 hours, so much more. And you can watch literally anytime, anywhere on the app. So click the links, get registered, come hang out with us. It's going to be an incredible summer of Elevate. LeAnna, you are phenomenal. We are so grateful that you are part of the Elevate family. Thank you for sharing your passion with all of us.
Of course. Thank you for letting me share my love of teaching. And I feel like just being here with you just sparks that excitement, and just hearing about Elevate and knowing what's in store for us and everyone else. It's just, who would not want to be a part of it? It's just nothing but the best, and a great way to spend your summer meeting new friends. I know we have a lot of people that come that don't really know anyone. Just please know that we have such a welcoming family feeling at Elevate, and we hope to meet some new friends as well and bring some new members into our family. So we can't wait to see you, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. So thank you for including me.
I love it. Well, thank you, LeAnna. Thank you to all of you who joined us tonight. We appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do for your students and your schools and your communities. We are honored to be part of this profession with all of you. So thank you. Thank you, LeAnna. Everyone have a great night, and we will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.